This is the story of a father who only cared for his eldest daughter. When his wife passed away, he was left with two daughters. With time, the girls were growing up and he always cared the most for his eldest daughter. His eldest daughter was exactly the copy of his wife, so he was partial to her. She had a beautiful voice, her face was pink, and her hair was amazing. He always took care of every small detail of his eldest daughter. On the other hand, his youngest daughter was also good. She was smart, intelligent, and kind. She was very obedient. But her face and hands were rough as she was always busy with household work. The father made the youngest daughter to work in the house, while he kept on spoiling the eldest one by fulfilling all her demands. Once while working in the office, a short circuit happened. The father's hands were badly injured and had deep wounds. He had also damaged his eyes while saving himself from the fire. He was rushed to the hospital, where doctors examined him. The doctors covered his wounds on hands and eyes with bandages. The father became helpless and had to depend on his daughters for all his work. The daughters were sad to see their dad in such terrible pain. The youngest daughter came close to her father and said, "Don't worry, Dad. I'll always be around you. I'll become your hands and eyes until you get totally fine." His youngest daughter took really well care of him. She used to feed him, clean his clothes, give him medicines at the proper time, made some herbs for him so that he can heal fast. She took care of him for the whole year. She was always around him whenever he needed anything. The oldest daughter wasn't bothered at all. Whenever he asked her to sit with him, she made excuses to avoid him. Almost after a year and a half, he got his bandages removed from the eyes. He finally saw his daughters. He thanked his youngest daughter for taking care of him. He hugged her and apologized for not being a good father to her. "I'm sorry, my child. I didn't know you were such a kind soul." The oldest daughter got angry with her father. "I'm the one who's tender, not her." The father replied, "I was helpless for almost a year and a half, and during this period, I understood one thing. You should not judge someone by their face, but by their kindness."